Be happy. Don't really be happy. Don't worry. Be happy.
Virus.
Don't really be happy.
Weasel,
Last night,
Weasel,
last night,
Weasel,
Good morning, everybody. You ain't got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your land. Don't worry.
They ain't gonna vote.
Be happy. Your land, you'll say your rent is late. You're gonna have to litigate. So don't worry. Wheeze, cuckoo. That was embarrassing last night. Anybody ready? Is anybody embarrassed from last night? I got my hat on just in case. But it actually is a prop. Because I don't even want to talk about the election. I don't want to talk about the new slave who's going to be the new master. I'm sorry. I don't believe in the plantation. I got this as a prop. Anytime somebody wants to say anything about the election, they will say, like, try to convince me either side is good or bad. And be like,
oh, is that what your master said? Your master said we's gonna have health care? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
No, wrong way. Pull up. I've had family of slavery. Everybody's had family in slavery. All right, we need to grow up. We need to grow up as a human race.
Cause we cuckoo. We believe in slavery and masters and no sovereignty.
You gotta be happy. You know why I'd be happy? The energy is wrong today. The energy, for me, the energy is wrong. I'm not talking bad about nobody today. I'm on the straight and narrow Facebook. Straight and narrow, just like that. I watched about 20 minutes of that debate. If you don't see it, you ain't never gonna see it. If you don't see it, if you didn't see it last night, you ain't never gonna see it. Good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh. I'm just burning up my cell phone too. Let me stop Bobby McFerrin. And by the way, that's racist. Bob Marley did not sing Don't Worry, Be Happy. Bobby McFerrin did. How come the first search on YouTube says Don't Worry, Be Happy, Bob Marley? Yeah, he's got dark skin, but damn it. I do, yeah, we do kind of look, if you ain't used to looking at us, you might be confused, like carrots. Same thing with the carrots. That's why I got the carrot and the rabbit back here. You might think that carrot and this carrot and that carrot look alike. They look different. No, that's not why I got the rabbits and the carrots. We live in abundant times, people. We have no more reason for this political thing that we relabel as true. Actually, it is sociopathic narcissism made as a model. It's a bad idea to keep this going. Good morning, everybody. Oh, look at Trish posting about direct democracy this early in the morning. Hashtag direct democracy. Why didn't I think of that? Ooh, go on, Patricia Negron. Well, you know why you didn't think of that, girl? I tell you why you didn't think of it. Because somebody whose name's group started with a Z destroying your planet. That's why. If you don't follow Patricia Negron, you got to get on this woman. Oh my goodness gracious. She will, between her and Brother Al, boy, I tell you what, they've been on it for a long time. Long time. Good morning, everybody. Don't worry, we're on abundant earth. Don't worry about last night. Don't let it get you down. I personally hope everybody wins. I think all your champions and masters did great. Fantastic. The 20 minutes that my brain could tolerate. Brother Joe had me on a live stream. I got traps like going to the ghetto. I need a little warning if I'm going to watch people get together and lie to me. I can't do two sides of controlled opposition. I can't do it. It's too much control. I like to make my own decisions. That doesn't work out well today. Let me bring in the comments and YouTube and all that good stuff. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? My energies ain't right. My energies ain't right. Somebody wished some voodoo or something on me last night. I've been waking up. Everything I seem to be doing this morning so far ain't going right. Well, no, that's a lie. It's going right. It just requires a lot of energy. I left my coffee in the car, left my hat in the refrigerator, forgot my bag at home, the laptop. I can do something. Just hey, I'm getting it going. But it's one of them days, you know, you gonna go up the steps. Don't carry the ladder and the bucket. Take the bucket up by itself and hold that rail. And then come back down and get your ladder and go back up and hold that rail. Certain days, when you're getting older, y'all, this is what you do. When you get about 29, you got to think about things a little bit. Like, oh yeah, this day, no. My leg, right leg and left leg, it's a little plaque between the neurons, how the right leg and the left leg supposed to do what they do in balance. You're gonna be on the floor. You're gonna be on the floor. I don't wanna be on the floor, so I'm gonna take it slow today. The energies ain't right for me. I'm just taking it slow. Good morning, everybody. Oh, Christine saw 30 minutes of it. Christine wins. Go ahead, you truth warrior soldier, can tolerate it. Do you feel smarter, or do you feel like you want to cut your cut your foot off? Yeah. So none of the good topics came, and I couldn't watch the whole thing. I do want to watch the whole thing. So any of y'all who's still in the fight, still in that fight, to not grow up, to not grow the human race up and realize we live on an abundant planet with a whole lot of damn carrots. And we don't need nobody dictating who get what carrot. Cause that's why I got my slavery hat. Hey, come on, y'all, good morning. I need the slavery character. You know why I got that? Because I don't think anybody needs to dictate how many carrots you got. I don't think anybody needs to dictate that to the human race. The planet is abundant. We need to let go of this narcissistic, sociopathic, political idea of somebody need to tell everybody what kind of carrots to eat, how big they got to be, when they got to plant them, what carrot. I think adults do that by themselves. I think they do that by themselves. And that's why I'm just on this slavery thing, this forced labor economy that's based in debt central banking and not letting the monkeys go free. Let us go free.
Give us free. Give us free.
You understand that? You understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? I don't like slavery, y'all. I don't like no more. I want to be free. I want some land, automated growth systems or something. I'm so sick of y'all and y'all violence. Oh boy, I tell you what, the 20 minutes I saw, they got the fisticuffing. Your mama said this, and your mama this, and that, your son this, and grandmama that. And I'm just sitting back like, man, y'all ever gonna talk about anything important? Don't nobody care what your son did in Russia. I've never been to Russia. I sing the Russian anthem because I love it. It's in a great movie with Sean Connery, forgot the name of it, in a submarine. I love it. It sounds delicious and wonderful. They got their anthem beats us. The fake anthem they have that the Rothschilds and Rockefellers gave them, it beats our anthem. They should have spent a little more time coming up with ours. Theirs get all deep. It make you want to go pick up a gun, a sword, or saber, or something. Fight for freedom. Ours is a lie from the beginning. But anyway, who won last night? Who do y'all think won last night? Let me find YouTube. Where YouTube at? What y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning, YouTube? How you doing? Who won last night? Anybody know who won? or who didn't win? Who won last night? Who didn't win? I tell you, my 2 cents. You know me. I give you my 2 cents. I give you 8 cents. You want 8.50? I give you 8.50. The Rothschilds won with the Rockefellers. They won. I guarantee you, we still gonna be on fossil fuels tomorrow after the election. We still gonna be on. You don't get to own no land. Rockefellers. They won. We still gonna be on. No free energy for anybody. Nobody even talked about the UFO, the free energy device, somebody flying around the damn planet, and they pretend like they don't even see it. It's not even important, but the humans sitting at home pretending they need face diapers because they don't want to go to work. They just don't want to go to work. I'm just like, people, look, it's a UFO on TV. You don't actually have to go to work. We can free 30%, 40% of everybody immediately, and we can get another 60, 70% in another year or two, just with automation. We can free the human race. Let's free the human race. Just how Pat Riley said. Good morning, everybody. Where's YouTube? Whew, okay, I said all of that. Whew. Oh, did Basil Bob? Oh, Jonathan Close. Did Basil Bob? A landslide. Ball, Basil Bob. archons, dark energy, negative vibrations, fisticuffs. At the age of 67, going on 3. That's what. I will say I do appreciate the fact that Donald Trump has pulled everybody into childishness. I'm enjoying this. Just a little too much. Just a little too much. Because, well, I just enjoy the fact that it's so obvious. It's just in front of your face. Because now, anybody who really wants to get real serious with you, like, I mean, even my hardest core Trump friends with the Trump ruse and the draws, even they're kind of like, yeah, well, sure. We don't like Biden. Even they're kind of backing down from their strong positions. Anybody who's still holding in it, yeah, Biden gonna get. All right, let me stop. Stop, Gerard, stop. They're gonna delete the video. I'm gonna stop. Because a lot of people still believe in slavery. They still believe it.
I was gonna go speak of the God, and you needs me to go right now? We didn't need me to go.
And I don't, listen. I'm done with slavery. I'm done with it. Can we be done with it? Oh, gosh. What y'all gonna do when y'all grow up? What y'all gonna do when the human race grows up and realize it doesn't need a nanny on Earth? A nanny man. Not even a government, a nanny man. What y'all gonna do when we grow up and realize there's carrots everywhere? We don't need no rabbit dulling out no damn carrots. What we gonna do when the human race finally matures and believes the science? Not the science. That when people grow up in environments that are healthy and full of food freedom and all of that good, delicious stuff, you can't tell nobody what to do, that they become decent and pleasant. They don't rape, steal, rob, blow up stuff, yell and scream, and worry about where somebody else putting a ding-a-ling in something, this, that, and the other. It ain't your business. You be happy. Are you happy? If you're happy, good. Go out there and make somebody else happy. Mind your own damn business. All right, I'm done. I think I'm done. Is that right? Yeah. Whew. I think I got it. Who said to breathe? Who is that? Stacy? I don't need to breathe, Stacy. I'm wave creature energy. I'm like you. I'm an alien. I don't need no damn oxygen. Did y'all see that picture of the damn water tower? Is that actually what I think it is? Let me tell you. Let me stop. Because I had to go to one of the sweat labor stolen mineral supply stores called big box stores, and I saw something on the water tower. Did y'all see this? What the hell is this? This is what I think it is. Hang on, let me show you this right here. I think one of the brothers confirmed it. He said, "Yeah, we've been putting them up there since the very beginning." Is that what I think it is? And I don't know if he's trying to tell me if just because we've been doing it for 30 years means it's safe. I got something else for him. I saw that in the distance and I zoomed. I said, what the hell? Is that what I think it is? I think that's what I think it is, isn't it? Isn't that what I think it is? Hold on. Let me give you another picture. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Who's that? Ty, love you too, Ty. Look on Ty. Ty moving about his business. Well, I tell you what, we went almost 2 months without somebody crying to me that I need to delete Ty. Oh, he's mean. Like, just let Ty be Ty, man. Why are you in everybody else's business? But he came looking for me. Somebody was mad at you, Ty. I was like, all right, just let Ty be Ty. I don't understand people. Why y'all so ugh? And why do you care what anybody thinks about you anyway? Ty came for me. Did I tell you that? Ty, you remember that Ty came for me? Ty, listen. When Ty gotta tell you something, Ty gonna tell you something. Ty come find you. Just be ready. Shoot, Ty done came for me one day. I was trying to hide in PMs. Ty, Gerard, I gotta tell you something. Came looking for me. And that's okay. I was like, oh Lord, here go Ty in my inbox. It's either we need to do a video. We just did a video about a month ago, so it's not a video. He about to tell me something. That's okay. It's like Bofon. Let Bofon be Bofon. He gonna take your face and put it on somebody's butt cheek or something. What did he put me on? Oh my God, this man is crazy. This man is a lunatic. But you know what? But that what makes the end of the world fun. The fact that everybody's so different and they irradiate in the water. That's wonderful. That's why everybody acting a fool. What does that do to water? Does anybody have any idea? What does that do to water? I'm thinking that it's probably not a great idea. I don't know if it's a bad idea. Say it's been doing it for 30 years. I'm not sure that that's a great idea. Y'all heard of happy water? Who's a Japanese scientist who said when you pray over water and you think positive intentions and the water get all happy, yay! And they did it with the rice, yay, happy rice, didn't get fungus or something. And then you say mean things to the water and the water form up in just little nasty looking things, looking like okra or something. Inside of an okra, like a slug met with some spiders and had some babies and they all just doo-doodling themselves and then people fry it up and eat it. And then if you're mean to the rice grows all kind of fungus. What happens when you put EMF waves through water? And we don't even know what water is yet. We don't even know what water is. Science has not even figured out what the hell water is. It has memory. It gravitates towards DNA. It's got a new form that they just figured out. What the hell does irradiating water with EMF waves actually do? Yes, Dr. Emoto. That's a good end of the world. Who said that? Who said that? Khalil got it and Gabrielle got it. That's why I love y'all. I love y'all because I ain't got to remember nothing. I'm getting about that age. All the poison and stuff that they poisoning grandmama with me with in the water. And probably that right there is clogging certain neurons. And that's why today I got to take it slow. Whew, don't worry. Be happy. The energy is off today. Is it just me? Is it just me? My energy is off a little bit today. I'm going to take it slow. I will not be chewing bubble gum and walking under ladders at the same time, tapping my head, rubbing my belly. That's just not going to happen because I'm going to die. An Amazon truck going to come out the corner and hit me, and that's going to be the end of it. Let me change the music. Good morning, people. Good morning. Ooh, what are we going to talk about today? I'm just saying, don't worry. Please don't let's not talk about it. Do we have to talk about the the nonsense? If we do, every answer I get, where my slave hat at? Look at that, I lost my slave hat off. Right in front of me. Every time y'all ask me something about the masters, I'm you know what, I might even get deleted today. I'm sorry, I can't with y'all today. I can't with y'all today. But my brother texted me early, but they couldn't wait to text me. I don't know why they do that to me. How come I just can't be happy, man? How come y'all can't just leave me alone? I just want to be left alone. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. They deleted the video we started to do last night, so I ain't even gonna mess with it. I'm gonna read some comments. We'll see where that goes. Warren Buffett, he bought up all the gold. He fighting with the Fed now. What did he do? He's shorting the dollar. The Warren Fed was the one who always said, believe in the dollar, don't short the dollar, believe in the dollar. America. And the free home of the brave. See the shine and see. He's shorting the dollar right now as we speak. Go look out at who's that Keiser report. That man didn't have enough. The Federal Reserve, what did they do? They're one of the biggest investors now. They've been investing in gold and all kind of other markets. One of the biggest investors, and now he can't compete with them. Buy up companies for pennies on the dollar. So now he's investing in the Japanese market. There you go. For y'all, any of y'all with a lot of them slaves in that bank, that's what you need to think about. Get your money out that dollar, because that digital, someone told me the digital dollar, they're not even waiting until the end of the year. That was the first speculation I heard, that they was going to rob everybody at the end of the year. They're not even going to wait till the end of the year. That they might go sooner, is what somebody told me a day or two ago. That in next stipend to get y'all out there catching slaves, what they call that, the stimulus? The next stipend to make you happy staying at home and be okay with them aggressifying your neighbor and people dying in hospitals and not being able to say goodbye to them. Because that's what they did with the slave catchers. Slave catchers, that energy is still hot and popping. It's a consciousness, baby. You know, nobody went out there and caught no slaves because of racism. They went out there and caught them slaves because the state told them to, paid them, gave them a stimulus. They said, y'all poor white people, get out there and go get them people that ran away from the plantation. I know they took your jobs. I know you upset about that, but we gonna pay you. We're gonna stimulate an artificial economy. And that's where we are today. So the new stimulus coming out is gonna be digital dollars. Digital dollars. Y'all get out there. Get your slave, because all I want to do is just be organic and eat some fresh food and have some land. Be left the hell alone. But y'all want to keep voting for masters and tell me what to do. I don't even like it. And so they're gonna send me out there. So, and now we're gonna be the new runaway slaves. If you got an immune system and you're healthy, you got your fragments. You got your fragments. You got some fragments, boy, they coming for you. They gonna turn you in, and people happy too, because they got that $1,400 a month in the digital dollar. Some of your savings. All right. Whew. Okay, there you go. I got it out. There you go, Stacy. I'm breathing now. I'm good. I got it all out. Hey, you're banned on Facebook seems to be. Oh, am I, Christine? I might be. I don't know. I think I'm on Facebook. No notification on Facebook. Facebook says page does not exist. Gee, yeah, that can happen. Hey, you know, this might be the last one. Never know, Christine. Every day can be the last day. You might get it early in Belgium. Maybe I'm banned in Belgium. I haven't said nothing about Belgium. I'm not talking about Belgium Incorporated. I want to talk about United States Incorporated. Only because I'm required to, Christine. It's not even an option. People act like people act like I want to be here. Like, you know, I got stuff to do. I didn't land on Plymouth Rock. United States Incorporated Rock landed on me. And in Jesus, he didn't give me no option. Jesus, he was not, Yeshua was not an option given person. He said, thou shalt not steal, lie, cheat, steal, vote for people, consent with them who lie, cheating, and stealing, blowing up stuff, murdering, and if you getting in bed with people that's hurting the least the children, that he's going to drop you in the ocean with a millstone. All right, Jesus, he didn't give me many options. So being honest and having integrity and speaking for what's true, it's not an optional thing. Not an optional thing, Christine. It means I got to defy the bear and not be scared of the bear, Christine. And I'm a little scared of bears. I don't really do people I don't care nothing about. Bears, I don't know. I need some psychedelics, something messing around with a bear. Did y'all see that bear, that Russian bear? The guy was sitting on the bench. The Russian bear came up to kiss him, and he didn't even move. I'll show you that video if you want. But you can't be scared of the bears, Christine. You can't be scared of the ghosts. You can't be scared of the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. That's how they get their energy. Spiritual dark creatures, the archons, or whatever people call them, demons, Beelzebub, Baal. They get their energy in that dark, negative vibrations and fear. I don't put off that fear, because I ain't got time for it. Woo! I refuse to watch two creeps debate. BS. Oh yeah, it is BS, Lord. Absolutely, because of this. Let me get rid of this poison the water, give everybody cuckoo virus stuff, or whatever the hell that is. We live on an abundant planet. We are literally in the Garden of Eden, and we are burning it up for corporations. And the corporations back both political parties and most NATO countries. So, you know, don't tell me that you're fighting climate change and you're voting for fossil fuels, voting for Rockefeller medicine. Don't tell me that you're fighting climate change and you're consenting and voting for a system that's banning any form of energy creation other than fossil fuels. It's nonsense. Don't tell me that you're fighting for democracy and freedom and you keep cheering the same people who always back the police state. They always, all of them back the prison state, police state, no lives matter, blow up everything, steal what they got. And it's not a problem with Donald Trump, the Jive and Bolton, Obama, and the rest of them. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They're just people. They're just people. We're the stupid ones. Justin said, oh damn, what's the day? Well, you know what, Justin? If you don't know what day it is, brother, you living right. Whatever you doing, do a lot more of that. That's how you know you're living good. Slaves know the time. Slaves know the day. Slaves know the year, the month. The people, when I was in corporate America, Justin, I knew, I didn't have to look at my clock. I knew it was about 8:25. TPS reports got to get done. Master got to count the bag. Got to count the bag. How many pounds you picked today, Gerard?
Well, Master, I have about 15 pounds.
All right, let me stop. I ain't gonna do that again. Look more. Ooh, y'all talk. Y'all watched it, huh? All right, there you go. Every commercial for it is disgusting. It looks like they're promoting WWE match. It was, Naomi. It was literally a WWE match. Literally was. They got to fight, and the moderator. Oh my God, the right moderator. You just, whoever that was, you just need to just. I don't know. I would let somebody else tell you. That's not the job for you. That's not your job. You didn't do a good job at all. Hey, Jennifer Bodonna. Good morning. The Hunt for Red October. That's what it's called, Paul. Thank you. My favorite post from my IRL friends last night. Ooh, I want to click on that, Deborah. I do, and I'm kind of scared too. Yay! Made in here on time. Jennifer Bodonna made it on time. Military Industrial Complex won. They did, didn't they, Paul? Landslide. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Carneys, Milligans. They got minerals to get. And poor people live around them minerals. They got resources to steal and governments to topple. And they won last night, which means that Young folks, grow up to be cowboys, because you're going to have to grow up to be, and the girls too. Girls too, grow them up to be cowboys. I'm raising her to be a banker. I'm going to send her to be an accountant and a dentist. No, you don't see how the world is working right now. You are the tip of the spear, the 13 families that rule the world. Your children going to know how to fly drones, repair Terminators, or the Terminator going to turn on them. Woo, who won, Courtney? That's a good question. I think Basil Oil won, big oil won, big pharmaceutical won, big criminals won, big human beings don't get to own no land won, big democracy mob rule won. They all won. They landslide. Nobody casted a vote. It didn't even matter because people already know how to go and vote anyway. That's the funny part about the debate. It was just entertainment. It wasn't even a thing because nobody's voting on any issues. There's no issue. There's literally no issue. It's just you're not him. That's it. You're not him. That's it. That's all. Everybody already got their feet in the sand. They've decided which massa that they want. I already decided my massa just gonna be the massa for everybody. We got to get past this narcissism. We do. We got to get past this group conflict, sociopathic idea that if I'm right, I can use people with guns to force you to live how I want you to live. That's all politics is. It's a low vibe, dark energy. Anytime you roll out, start using them dark vibrations, the monkeys show up. The flying monkeys, the witch sends them, like the Wizard of Oz. Oh my goodness, Cheetos, absolute heaven, Tony. Those are not Cheetos. That's not a damn Cheeto. It looks like Cheetos though, doesn't it? It does, but it's not. No, that is not a carcinogen. Those are actually carrots. These how you save grandmama and give a good sight, Tony. You can save grandmama and give her good sight if she eats organic and lots of carrots. That's how she taught us. Friend said most interesting thing that happened was that there was a bear on the screen porch eating granola bars, and now it was a semi-porch. Yes. Ooh, if you live in a place where bears on your porch, Deborah, your friend need to move. Just get out of Dodge. Just got to go. Got to go. No, if you live in a place where you got criminals all around you and demons voting for colonizers and destroyers and slave masters, it's time to go. It's almost time for me to go. Hey, good morning, Gina. All right. Anybody else have issues commenting? No, Beaufont's having issues commenting. Probably so. They said Beaufont towards the end of this that they were going to start deleting pages like nonsense, like crazy, because they need both sides of the plantation to be on both sides of the plantation. If you got somebody who's not on either side, then that's a slave that's not fitting in. They need everybody to fit in. You need to be in your space and not leave your space. If you're Native American, this is your side. You're African American, that's your side. You got money, that's your side. You know, this class, that's your side, and it's just nonsense. Nonsense. Whew. But I do want to look at the news. I do. I've not seen it in a long time. I've not even looked at the news. Global events. Godzilla could have came out the ocean, and I would not even know. Good morning, Rick. Okra intervention. Yeah, we'll love Earth. You supposed to get intervened with okra and what is that? Canola? The canola oil. I want to look at the actually I want to show you the economy thing real quick. How the Fed is buying everything up. Because global banking is what it always was about. It's all about global banking, a global reset to keep y'all happy with robbing your retirement. I do want to look at that. I don't like brutality, Lori says. Lori, if you don't like brutality, you on the wrong planet. You're going to have to find a new one. Right now, brutal is what they want. These people love violence. Embrace it. They must have it. All right, here you go. What is this called? Keiser report, Stampede and Gold. I just want to show you the first few minutes of this. And then you understand what I'm saying.
This is the Keiser report. I am stoked.
Stoked.
Max, you are stoked because Keiser report was right. As
right.
All the time. We're always
correct.
Right. Warren Buffett has been obviously watching this show. He's tuned out of what is it? CNBC and Bloomberg. He no longer listens to them because the first tweet here, the first chart, this is what we've been pointing to, and this is obviously what Warren Buffett has been reacting to. The Fed now owns a total of 22,913 different securities, according to Bloomberg. it is the world's biggest investor.
Right, yeah. So a lot of things here that we've been talking about, that Warren was late to the game. You know, we've been tracking his tardiness in many of his investment themes, like very late to Apple, very late to Amazon. He bailed out of airlines again for a second time at a huge loss. He got into gold very late. And of course, when he got into his gold stock, people are saying, well, you know, he's not into gold. This stock is paying a dividend and he likes dividends. But now we're seeing this move into Japanese stocks, and that confirms that he's dashing out of the US dollar because, as you point out, the Fed is now muscling in on Warren's territory, right? So Warren can't go in there with these sweetheart deals and get these bailout deals and these sweetheart deals from these takeovers and acquisitions and huge positions that he builds up because the Fed is now outbidding him. So he's got to go to Japan now to find deals, probably something he reluctantly to do because it signals that his saying, he always says that never sell America short, right? Well, that's what Buffett's doing. He's essentially selling America short.
So he bought the...
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? Who sung that? Did you wonder how you walk? Wonders won't you talk? Who sang Hello? Is that Lionel Richie? Hello. I think that's why I'm happy a lot of times, because everybody's being proved right who's been saying this for the longest time. They're looting your country. They're collapsing your dollar. You don't seem to understand that if you get behind these people, you are in for a hurt locker you have never seen. Being brought to their knees. This is what's happening. And the Patriot, Warren Buffett, he's showing you.
The 5 largest trading companies in Japan. These are the huge conglomerates. He bought 5% of them, and he says he may go up to 9.9%.
He's done. He is literally escaping the dollar. He's finished. This is why this is important. If you ever want to know what's going on in your world, in your nation, in your country, you ain't never gonna know what's going on in your nation, in your country, because you ain't on the list. You ain't got the money. You're not in the meetings. They don't email you. Okay? And it's never on the news. All you got to do is look what the wealthiest people do with their money. It's all you got to do. It's all you got. Trust me, it's a pattern. It's one thing I learned in global business. When I used to hobnob and rub elbows with the people who rub the elbows, the real big people. Watch what they do with their money. You will know what's happening in your world, because it's the one thing wealthy people do not play with. Right? They play with you. They'll play with your children. They'll play with the military-industrial complex. They play with war. They'll play with all of these things. They will never play with their money. When they start pulling out, you know we are where the Federal Reserve has been telling us we are going. It's not like they're not even telling us. They're telling us.
So this is, again, the ongoing temper tantrum he's thrown since April, when he told the world, essentially, that the Fed outbid him for the 4 major airlines here that he owned 10%, about 10% of the companies.
Let me ask you a question. What is that called when the people who own your bank don't even live in your country, and now they buying up the corporations in your country? What is that called? I don't know what that's called. We need a new word. What is it called when the Federal Reserve, the international corporation that is not even owned by people who live in America, who owns the purse to your country that you're voting for, is now buying up the industries and corporations in your country with your money that they print, that you got to pay back with fractional reserve banking, except for you can't ever pay it back, so your children, grandchildren, and grandchildren going to pay it back. That's like epigenetics, man. What is that called? That's literally like you smack somebody in the head, take their money, and go buy something, and then a car with their money, and then run them over with it. And then the children come back, you ran over my daddy, and you run him over too. And the grandkid come back at the same damn car, and you run him over too. 3 generations. That's how epigenetics works. Did y'all know that? Epigenetics works for 3 generations in the womb. I don't know. I can't do this for too long and always jump into hippie, holistic stuff. Did you know that when you having a baby, that your baby got all his eggs it's supposed to have as a girl when it come out? It got all the eggs. So the environment that you, anybody preggers right now? Anybody preggers? Because if you're preggers, anything you eat right now is affecting your grandchildren. Think about that for a minute. Let me go back. Cue in the water tower with something damn on it that should not be on it. I think that is what I think it is. I think it is. And the brother said, yeah, but you know what? Is it still behind this? No, it's not. He said, yeah, but it's been there for 30 years. Yeah, you know, people been dying of breast cancer and colon cancer and autism and cancer and all the things that the doctors say that those things create. They've been dying for that stuff about at least that long. And yes, we did that. I can't even find it. Oh, damn it. I showed you the picture anyway. Oh, you know what? I didn't upload the picture, did I? I showed it to you over here. This is where it is, right there. There you go. There you go. So now you got that baby making them eggs. And this is why you got to eat healthy. This is why, you know, people tell you, when you making life, you cannot have a United States Incorporated. You can't have one of those things when you're making life in your womb. Where's the picture at? Right there. There you go. You can't have somebody poisoning you with wave energy. Like, you know, somebody said something in a video from the UK, and one of the protesters said something made me think. He said, you know what? It's weird because if you go outside without a mask, you get a fine. But this is coming from the people that's poisoning your food, your water, your air. They took your freedom, won't let your own land. Who's finding them? And they're hitting you with EMF waves, and your and your baby, and your grandkids. The same people. Same people. You telling me he gonna make America great again with a 6G? He's gonna make with a 6G? Really? 6G. Okay. Do the baby. Okay. It's gonna make America great again to have children with blue hair. Sure. Okay. Oh, Dr. Emoto. Absolutely, Gabrielle and Khalil. People, if you don't know who Dr. Emoto is, you need to look up Dr. Emoto. Please do it right now, expeditiously. A merger and takeover. Ooh, Khalil. Is that what it's called? Is it called a merger and takeover when somebody owns every damn thing in your country? They own your money, they own your bank account, they own your gold, your car, your food, your land. They can take the children anytime you want. Is that called a takeover? Whoo, boy, I tell you what, yeah, it's definitely not a merger. It's called something. To me, Khalil, I'm old fashioned. When somebody owns every damn thing you own, they own the air you breathe, they claim they own the air, you can't even save it. You know what I call that, Khalil? I was looking for it, I had to find it.
That's called slavery. That's what they call it. We don't own nothing, but we sure gonna keep on voting for it. We just gonna keep on consenting and voting for it. We don't own a damn thing, but we sure isn't the people on the other side of the plantation. We ain't them. No, Lord, no, Jesus, no. I'm not gonna do that again. I said I wasn't gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do it again. I call it slavery, Khalil. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's good to see you, brother. It's good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, we got to do something about this hurting the children stuff. Man, we got to give up on this. I don't understand. We are making psychopaths out of the next generation. And we think this is going to go well. We got to stop, people. We got to stop. When we got to grow up. We got to grow up. Like my comment if you want to be my friend. Like Fupe, Raj, that's not how that works. But I'm always in fake jail. I know, Raj, you supposed to be in fake jail. Raj, I don't think you understand how this works, girl. You a slave. You a commodity. You are not even a slave. You act like a slave, and you're not even there yet. Ain't nobody checking your teeth, make sure your teeth is okay. Ain't nobody checking your feet, make sure you can get out in the field and pick that cotton. Ain't nobody checking. And you out there yelling out the window in Chicago trying to tell people they're gonna get meth mouth. Wearing plastic over their face all day. Yeah, no, you ain't supposed, you acting like you free or something. You supposed to be in jail, girl. You supposed to be under the jail. Acting like you free in a slave plantation. Goodness, no, people vote for them to put you in Facebook and Google and real jail. They vote for that. We got to have more. We ain't got enough. We ain't got enough. We need to have more prisons. We need to have more police. We need to have more problems. People don't think for themselves. They don't think for themselves. We got to start thinking for themselves. Good morning, Rick. Mine is way off today. Yeah, mine is too, Rick. I don't know what's wrong, Rick. I am not going to drive the car and chew bubble gum and text and play with the radio no more. I'm not going to do that while drinking coffee. That's just not going to work today. At least I'm going to have to drive and only watch YouTube videos or something, because if I do too much today, my energy is way off. It's weird. Can y'all feel that? The witches here, are y'all here? The warlocks. I got some really special friends. They got cauldrons and stuff. They put herbs in there. Y'all feel that? It just feels weird. Is Saturn and Uranus? Is Venus and I'm trying to learn, y'all. I'm trying to learn. I don't do astrology. I want to know astrology, and I don't know how to do it. Is my house in Uranus? All right, let me stop. That's Uranus. It's Uranus, people. It's not pronounced Uranus. It's pronounced Uranus. All right. Ooh, yep. Christine here. She gonna educate me. Where's Susan at? Did her tired butt get up yet? She out there probably picking mushrooms late. Hey, Celine, how you doing this morning? We only own ourselves. Free our time together by serving each other in the game. By not playing. Yeah, you got to give up. Don't play the game. That's the only thing you can do at this point, Khalil. People look for solutions. Well, the first solution is not to do what Caesar tells you to do. If Caesar wants you to do it, don't do it. Don't do it. That's simple. That's a starting point. Not saying that's going to work. That's a starting point. If Caesar says, hey, I need you to continue to invest in the US dollar, don't do it. If Caesar says, stay calm, don't do anything different, we're bringing a new normal. Don't wait for it. You know, we need to be getting land. This is why I wasn't that interested in the whole yesterday thing. I wasn't interested in it because nobody's talking about giving people back the land. Nobody's talking about re-empowering adults. No one's talking about sovereignty. They're all talking about sit around and wait and see where this is going while Warren Buffett's doing what he's doing.
So he was going to rescue them, bail them out, but on very favorable terms to him and his investors. He was outbid by the Fed, who gave them billions of dollars for nothing in return, except for keeping employees in their job up until October 1st. And they're using that as a way to get some more free money. But here Warren Buffett was like, he was outbid by the Fed, and he said he's throwing a temper tantrum saying,
by free money, she means your money. Your children's money, your grandkids' money, your grandkids, if any of them is still alive, that's the money they're talking about. Free money. You are a slave, you work, they don't work, but it's your money and they print it.
Saying, well, dumping all his airline stocks immediately, the entirety of it at a huge loss, dumping his bank shares, again, because the Fed is the biggest player there. He knows that this next crisis that's coming, he's not going to be able to do Goldman Sachs sort of deals again, where he got a huge preferable return in exchange for bailing them out in 2008, 2009. So here he's doubly shorting the dollar, but he can't, he's Warren Buffett. He doesn't want to get in trouble with the authorities, right? So he can't just openly short the US dollar, openly kick, sand in their face. But what he's doing is by going long Japanese conglomerates, and including one of them, by the way, which is called Itochu, and it was founded in 1858, but among Japanese trading companies, it is distinguished by not being descended from an historical Zaibatsu group, which is the imperial power groups, but by the strength of its textiles business and its successful business operations in China. So in a way, it's also him going along the end of this U.S. empire and the rise of, I don't know if it'll be an empire, but a Chinese superpower.
Right, exactly. So there's a changing of the guards. The U.S. is losing its cachet as world's single superpower. U.S. dollar is losing its status as world reserve currency, and we're moving into a post-U.S. dollar as world reserve currency era. And so Buffett is picking up stakes and hauling out. He's moving to Asia, essentially, the big portion of his portfolio. And Ray Dalio, who is another huge name in the money management space, has got 20% of his portfolio. He's the world's biggest hedge fund now in actual gold bullion, gold bullion surrogates. And so that tells you also that the U.S. dollar's days are numbered.
And I read that Warren Buffett actually bought these shares just like any normal schmo on the market. He didn't get a sweetheart deal. He didn't get to go directly to the board of directors and buy some deal straight from the company like he often will do here. So he was like an ordinary investor using Robinhood app and just buying up 5% of these companies, and he said he may do more. So it's an interesting thing to look at. This is something that Max and I have kind of been predicting as empires always fall slowly and then suddenly. Everybody goes bankrupt slowly and then suddenly, and that's what you're seeing. But Warren Buffett, as we just recently covered, he bought $560 million with Barrick Gold, the largest gold miner in the world. And here's the headline that followed right on this, because after a meeting with their investment advisors on August 26th, this is the headline from $16 billion. Ohio Police and Fire Pension Fund approves a 5% allocation for gold. This is to help diversify the fund's portfolio and to hedge against the risk of inflation, according to Bloomberg News.
Well, right. This is really big news, the Buffett's investment into gold set the stage for this type of activity, institutional money moving into gold. He's kind of like the godfather of money managers in a lot of ways, and what he does then is makes it okay for others to do. So the total global $100 trillion money management pie of funds being managed for those with discretionary funds who need their funds managed is right now less than 1% gold. And so these pension funds have stayed away from gold because it pays no income. But with rates at zero or going negative, that's no longer a negative. And the inflation genie is out of the bottle. So now if they do a 5% allocation of gold, and you figure this and you apply it globally to the global money market business, that means they're going from less than 1 trillion invested in gold to more than 5 trillion or more. And the whole gold market itself is 8 trillion or 8.5 trillion. So the demand for gold is about to increase in that sense by the managed money business by 500%. So there's not that much gold around. It's finite resource, and when you put it against that type of number, you can't source it. So we're going to start to see either gold just gaps open at $4,000 one day, or we're going to have a global reset, as many predict, against the dollar, as we did during Bretton Woods, or we did in the 1930s, I should say. The 1930s, America revalued its gold by 40%.
Yeah, well, because while largely the size of the gold market is about $9 trillion, just under $9 trillion, a lot of it, and most of it, is held by central banks who aren't, that's not really investable gold for the ordinary person. Only about $1 trillion of the market is investable. So if hundreds of billions of dollars now enters that market, it does drive the price up, especially in a day of pandemic where supply is becoming shorter and shorter. But in terms of this,
reminds me of something. It reminds me of something I saw once. Hang on, let me see if I can find this. This reminds me of something quite important. Something that I must have saw in a vision, in a seance or something. It reminds me of something. See if I can remember the name of it. Hang on, just give me a minute. My energy it's not on today. It's not popping, people. Give me a minute. It reminds me of something. It's gonna come to me. Yes. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Hang on. Just an example. It's a documentary I once saw. Hang on. Nope, that's not it. Ooh, Caravan. You might need that. You can't see what I'm typing. I'm trying to be. Hey. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I put in the wrong word. That's what I did. Okay. There you go, baby. Here you go. Y'all remember this? Remember this moment right here? Remember they all got together, put up. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's not it. Hang on. No. It was a moment in history. Well, it was right around here. It was right around this time where these two brothers got together to protect something. Y'all remember this time? Y'all remember this scene in this documentary called Game of Thrones? Anytime you see the king getting all their gold and they making a caravan, you need to go get your dragon. That's what you need to do. And that's what's happening. Anytime the Fed and the Japanese and the Chinese and the Russians, anytime you see the king making a caravan, this is when they were defending the caravan, full of gold. You know something is up. You know something is up. And this is where we are. The kings around the world are going for the gold, and you're sitting in the house. Be afraid of the cuckoo. This is how I know we're cuckoo, because we got a lot of great examples. And that did not go well for that king. You know what? I don't even have this was a great scene. I think, is this it? Yeah, that was it. This was it right here. She was like, oh no, they moving that gold. I know what's up. She went down there and she took that gold. Out, baby. Took the dragon. Yes, it's the real world and the real world always work together. Because Game of Thrones just as real as your elections. Game of Thrones is just as real as your politics. It's just a little more entertaining. You got dragons and trolls and Flea Bottom. And we got Flea Bottom. We got Flea Bottom. Flea Bottom is Baltimore. We got Flea Bottom is Appalachian Mountains, trailer parks, ghettos, all the places where people live where most people don't give two damns about. Those places. All right. Ooh, look at this. I don't know how this went to Game of Thrones, but it's always a good example. Always kind of fits. That one's not coming back. This was when Drago. This was the scene when Drago. I didn't even know what's happening in that one. Jason Momoa. All right, Brother Gerard. Westerns can tell you a whole lot. Yeah, they can, Sandra. Nothing changes. And movies can tell you a lot. And TV shows can tell you a lot. Like books tell you a lot. Like songs, like art, like all of that. We are encoded with information, and half the time, I notice, who said that? Sandra, half the time, people know things they don't even know that they know. They don't even know that they know that they know. They write stories in books, and you can pull reality from that. And you're supposed to do something with that reality. You're supposed to realize if somebody's making something that can kill dragons, that you need to bring more than one dragon. Or you need to bring 3-4 dragons. If somebody's making something starving populations, banning food, killing chickens, stealing land, if somebody's doing that, you better get ready. You got to have a strategy. Don't just show up with 2 raggedy dragons, because one gonna die. And that's what happened to her dragon. She didn't pay attention. She wasn't looking at what was coming. Got to look down the road, look at what's coming. And Sandra, I think that there's a lot of good examples. We can go through example after people being cuckoo, made cuckoo by something. It's not always a cuckoo virus. Oh, something make you cuckoo. But pay attention. All sides are contrived. Right? All sides are contrived. There are no wealthy people that own resources and nations that don't plot, plan, and pick out the sides long ahead of time. If you are on a popular side from television, you are the problem. You are the problem. Not the crazy people. The crazy people at the top doing what they're supposed to. If you're going to go fight in their army, then they're going to, they're going to wage war. When people are tired of lining up behind billionaires and trillionaires and corporations and industries, then the human race will be free. But until then, we all just going to be some slap-happy slaves. Here's a better picture right here. Getting the gold. And don't worry, that's the title right there. Don't worry. I'm showing all the gold trains. You see the king. If you see the king getting the gold, like, all right, we're going to have to get this gold. Get this hell out of here. You know something is coming. Something is coming. So Warren Buffett is collecting all of that. Watch the wealthy people, people. Watch the wealthy people. He's collecting this whole gold, getting the hell out of America, getting the hell out of Dodge. You need to think about it. And Christine said you need to make a boat, get to Belgium or something. Or bunker down. Bunker down, get you some land, grow some food. I told my brother that this morning. I said, if you don't have an all-wheel drive vehicle, you going to be driving in places everybody else going to be driving. Bad things going to happen to you. We done been through the Great Depression before. Bad times come, people pull together, but some spots get rough. Some spots get rough. No matter who wins the election, both sides is promising a civil war. Civil war, we're going to rise up. The Americans, yes, the same Americans, the ones that eat jelly donuts. What are statistics on how many jelly donuts does the average American eat per week? Like they're going to rise up. Can you run for 30 minutes? Where you going to ride? Where you going to go? We're going to get off this sofa, put down this jelly donut and be upset. If there's a civil war in America, it's gonna last about 32 seconds. That's about what they can run. They can run. The Amazon thing come hit the door. They hear the bell. Ding, ding. They run downstairs to get that box from the billionaire megalomaniac they buying everything from. Get down them steps. Get back upstairs. Got the remote control for the new television or something. No, I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you no civil war. No, if it's going to be a civil war, it's going to be for a minute. That Pentagon, they're going to shut it down. They're going to shut it down grossly and quickly. Please grow up and educate yourself. You do not fight people and you don't know what they got. That man had the dragon. You gotta have a strategy, people. I mean, I'm not fine. I'm not a pacifist. Let's be smartifist. I'm not a pacifist at all. I can be aggressive. I just choose not to be. And if I want to be aggressive, I need to know. Like, if we're in a bar, we're about to have a fight, something, having some drink, something. Pretty woman over there, you looking and I'm looking, and she kind of, how women do, and they play men against each other. And she's playing us against each other. I need to be able to see this guy and I kind of size him up. You got a spare tire, what you got, donut down there? Okay, you a little slow. Probably look like you can only go for, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes boxing. Okay. Yeah, you bigger than me. You got them muscles and stuff. But okay, I see what I got to do. I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes of shadow boxing. Get you talking, talk some trash. Move around, maybe throw a cut here, there, whatever. Kind of get your vascular system going. See, this is boxing. I'm not gonna tell you all the things that I've done in my life. That's just not important. Get them going. But so if we sitting at the bar and say, I don't know how they have one of those big bars or something like a support rudder, one of them structure support things, and I can't see him, and she back there like, oh, somebody buy me a drink. And I bought her a drink, and the other dude bought her a drink, son, and he just, listen, you stop talking to that guy over there. I need to know how big this dude is. He might have like an 8-pack. He might have an 8-pack, muscles, veins coming out his neck there, and ain't no woman on this planet worth that. Not no woman you met at no bar. No, sir, you can have her. You can have her. Go on, take it, bro. I'm going to go. You need to see what's coming. You get my point? If you don't know what the Pentagon has, please don't talk about civil nothing. Nothing. Because it ain't going to be uncivil. Pentagon. They're going to send one person. Like what did we say when they were going to storm Area 51 to get the aliens? Like, yeah, they're going to get all the hashtag can't get us all. They're going to get every last money. And the Pentagon only going to send one person. And the shame is, he going to have a jelly donut in his hand. He's going to be sitting behind a computer. We're going to rise up and burn down the cities. You're going to burn down every building that the Rothschilds and Rockefellers okay with you burning. They might let you get parts of Baltimore, might let you get parts of Chicago, might let you get parts of New York because they want to renovate. You just a construction crew. You're the demolition crew. We're getting them, yeah, we're beating them. Throw the Molotov cocktail. And there's a hint. There's a hint right there. There's a hint. If you behind a group of people and they talking about Molotov cocktails in a time when did Reagan make Space Force? 1980? What year is it? 2020? What is that? 40 years? If you behind somebody that's saying we're going to get Molotov cocktails, urine balloons, or 2x4s and go downtown to the city with some bricks and cause some chaos, you're going to die. You ain't going to make it, man. You ain't going to make it. The shame is, and to be honest with you, I'm talking to the adults mostly. Kids, I get. If you are under 26, I understand that aggression. You don't see no hope. We done jacked your whole society up. We done destroyed it. It was not the white people, it was us. Okay, I'm gonna let you know that. It's not bad. Don't be mad at the white supremacists, white privilege, nothing like that. That's bullshit. We did this. We, the adults, we did this to your world. Your issue is not with white people. Your issue is with all of us. We screwed up. Some of us are admitting it, some are not. So don't leave me alone. Leave me out of this. I'd like to fix things. I would. I want to fix things for you. That's why I'm here. But you will never, ever take down Caesar doing what Caesar tells you to do. Right? Just think about it. Like the ignorant people who got you out there fighting in the streets. How many just think about it, because I know Jimmy gonna show up, be mad at me. That we got it in the streets, we gonna win. Her brother Jimmy T, love him. If you're resonating that way, go that way. But if you are like really thinking, like Fred Hampton, I always go back to him. If you are really thinking that if this actually would hurt Caesar, Caesar wouldn't be putting bricks out for him. If this actually would hurt Caesar, Caesar wouldn't be giving $100 million to the effort. If this were actually hurting Caesar, I wouldn't click on Antifa's website and go to John Bowden's website. That we are doing precisely what Caesar wants you to do. You scare people. This is what I told my family member. You're scaring people on the other side. And they're doing what fear does. They're allying with people who are allied against you. So what we gotta think for? No, it's not no pimp hat, Deanna. What's wrong with you? How come every time somebody look like me put on a hat, it's a pimp hat? What's that about? That's some hidden way with them. Can't even say the word because learning software the text got it wrong. Good. That's why I speak Ebonics, and I apologize to everybody that I work with in corporate America who thought that I couldn't believe he talks like that. He didn't talk like that when I hired him. My bosses are here, by the way. They're not, here, but they're actually on my Facebook. Every now and then one of them will watch. I got about 3 of my bosses on my Facebook. Yeah, y'all remember, if they ever watched it, y'all remember when I came to that interview? Yeah, I'm a chameleon, ain't I? But I'm like, hi, sir, I would like to get a job with your facility. Oh, I'm good on writing software and programming engineering. I'd like to make you look great. I'll make you look good. Here I am speaking Ebonics because I want the learning software to stop translating what I'm saying. I'm a chameleon. Listen, I got to survive. I like to read the landscape and do what I can do to make it through the landscape to get my privilege, get my supremacy. So I can say we need to give it all back. That's what we need to do. We need to give it all back, people. We need to give it all back. These kids are out there and they're saying something. They're doing the wrong thing, to me, but they're speaking. Please listen to what they're saying on both sides. Both sides. Don't cheer it. Listen to what they're saying and watch the state setting them up. I told my brother that the other day. He was like, yeah, but we gotta fight Donald Trump with the racism. I was like, I said, you need to think about all of the kids right now with the skin that you say that matters. And how many of them have prison records now? How many of them are now affiliated with terrorist groups? How many of them now will never get a job and never be able to support families? How many of them now are dead because you're using violence to solve a problem with violent people? Think about it. You better think about it. I tell you what, I'm not on the Trump side and not on John Bowden's side. I'm on the side of common damn sense. That man been in office for 4 years. And if he got you convinced it's a good idea to give millions of kids prison records and put them in prison, then you should get a job in the Black Caucus. You should, because they were the ones who voted for the crime bill. You just stop and look at the landscape, people, and it doesn't make any damn sense. You need to pause, because the Caesars are up to something. And ain't no damn Caesar salad that's organic for grandma, because they don't care nothing about no damn grandmama. They ain't never cared about grandmama. They don't like your grandmama. They don't like your grandmama at all. They never took care of her. Here come Lori. Grandmama don't need no saving. That's right. Grandma don't need a grandmama. Grandmama done been here for at least 3 times longer than you. And a woman. She don't need you. There ain't nothing about you that she needs. She literally brought the people here that brought you here. Okay, you can't do nothing about that. Grandmama drink brandy and wine and smoke cigarettes and cigars and live how she want to in her old life. I done had my life. Now I'm just having some fun. Grandmama eat organics. Most of them grew up on farms. They know what they're supposed to eat. They know what human food is. Oh, look at that. Mars is in retrograde, Jane. Is that why my brain is doing this thing it's doing today? Where I need to go slow? I'm not even going to touch that one, Lori. Lori tell you in a minute, not my Uranus. What? Not mine. Your Uranus, not mine. That's that young people stuff. Lori, I'm on your side, though, girl. I just make jokes. I'm on your side. I have no idea why people got that fascination with that. I don't even know where that came from. I take that back. I do know why people got that fascination with that thing. But I don't know if you were here today. I asked the question. I said, whoever came up with that? Who in the tribe just one day just jumped up and said, you know what? Let's do things a different way. Let's put this in here and put this in my mouth and that, you know. I'm kind of glad that they did some of that stuff, but, you know, we are where we are. I don't want to never. How does the public institution have private unions? How does a public institution have a private union? Ooh, because we stupid. That's how Adam Dingle. Because we stupid. We're stupid. That's how. We're stupid. Everything is run private. Everything is run in secret. Everything is not. If you are cheering and supporting and in a public organization, they can't have anything private, including the owners, including the board. That means that it's not a public organization. It is a private organization. It is run for, solidified, decided for by masters. Same thing with the Federal Reserve. Same thing with the United States Incorporated. Read the Act of 1871. It will cure you from consent or wanting to consent. All right. Gold rush of the 21st century in digital currency. It is a gold rush, Sandra, and they are rushing for it. But it's a fiat digital currency, Sandra, which means that the billionaires, trillionaire families will do the best. The rest of us will pay the price for how well they scam the others. They're the ones rushing. We are the ones who are going to have to deal with the crap that comes from these digital currencies. Money does not have to exist. We've already passed that point. We passed that point probably 20 years ago. We can go to a free society. The purpose of an economy is slavery. The purpose of money is human labor. The purpose of debt is so that you will never be free. At some point in time, I think we got to be smart enough to realize that. I'm trying to think. I think it was something else towards the end. I was liking when he interviewed this brother right here. Hold on. Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. Isn't that come from the insurance industry? Oh, here.
Venezuelan stock market, it's been on a huge bull run.
Yes, Venezuela. Hyperinflation is what you're wrong.
A series critics have called a fair and humanizing look at both candidates.
Ooh, I like that word. Humanizing. A fair and humanizing look at both candidates. Let me ask you a question. How humane are cannibals? Cannibal tribes? Does anyone talk about the humanity of leaders of cannibal tribes? Cannibalistic ones? You say, are you comparing us to cannibals? Well, do we blow people up, kill them, steal their resources? Things that they work for their entire lives? Do they decay into the ground and we grow bananas for Chiquita banana? Did we do that in Colombia? Then yeah, we're some cannibals. No, he's talking about Venezuela. Good example for us. And people say, oh, we're not going to be Venezuela because that's socialism. And guess what? They're communism. Because look at what we just did. The Federal Reserve owns the airline industry. They're buying up other corporations. And our capitalist president just put us in a communist time where he dictated with everybody else who gets to survive and not make it. We're literally a communist social capitalist. Slave plantation.
When we come back, much more coming your way.
I want to see where he starts the conversation with other brothers. Venezuela,
Welcome
hyperinflation.
back to the Keiser Report. I'm Max Keiser. Time now to turn to Tavi Costa over there at Crescat Capital. Tavi, welcome to the show.
Hi, Max. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. Well, thanks for coming on. I follow you on Twitter, and that's where I get most of my smart-sounding sound bites. I borrow them from smart people like you. Now, earlier this week, you tweeted a chart of Tesla versus Venezuelan stock exchange, and you wrote, quote, Tesla has outperformed hyperinflated Venezuelan stocks in the last year. This is turning into a banana republic. None of us own enough gold. All right, so this is what caught my eye here because we've been talking about the Venezuelan stock market. It's been on a huge bull run. People don't understand that, what that means, et cetera. So dig into this for us a little bit, if you can, Tavi.
Sure. Well, I'm originally from Brazil, so I definitely went through a lot of what happened in the mid-90s when Brazil was devaluing its currency significantly. We actually had to change currencies at the time. And that caused a hyperinflation mode in which stocks actually went up significantly at that time. You know, it's hard to say. I mean, I think in terms of the math of all the imbalances we have, debt-wise, valuation-wise in the U.S., we're probably going to lead. You know, it's going to lead to something like that at some point. I don't know when, but at some point we're probably going to go towards that direction. I think the comparison with Venezuela is just what we're seeing with a company that makes no money, and we're seeing that across the board. We had Zoom yesterday increase its earnings significantly. I think it increased its EPS by like 32 times, but it still trades at over 128 times EPS of 2022. And this is, you know, a situation with valuations like that is really happening all over the equity markets in the U.S. I think it's all a product of easy money that we've seen throughout the years, and it's getting a lot worse recently, as we heard Unlimited of QE from Powell in the last few months. I think that it's just as impactful as it was back in the 1971 when we broke the gold standard here in the U.S. That was a very impactful moment in which it marked a real lack of financial, monetary, and fiscal discipline in general, and which caused a frenetic bull market for another 10 years. I think we're in a very similar environment today with this recent Fed QE to infinity, and I think, you know, it's a great time to own gold, and I don't think anybody has any idea what probably could happen with precious metals here. I think it's very positive for that space, and especially for miners that have been so depressed for so long. So
I'm gonna stop there. So much he said, and it's just so much. I appreciate the fact that I got friends that we can talk about financial markets, currencies, banking, aliens, Bigfoot, mermaids, flat Earth, and the collapse of human civilization. I was just pausing for a minute, like, damn, we go through all of it, don't we? But it's all connected, and you have to look at all the factors. That's science. It's not science. It's science when you actually look at everything, every factor, and see how it all comes together. When people like David Icke say things that the financial planners say, that things that Warren Buffett are doing, the same things that are happening in China, the same things Chris Hedges is saying, collapse of an empire. And when everybody's agreeing on this from all sectors, right, you might be on to what's going on, right? When the chemists in the pharmaceutical industry and the biologists and the physiologists and the psychologists or psychotherapists, I don't even know when they all agree on something, yeah, okay, now you're working on some science. Now you're getting somewhere. Now you're looking at from all angles of what possibly might be going on. So I appreciate that fact. So these are a few things there. One, nobody knows what's going to happen with precious metals. Nobody. Literally, with minerals, who knows? We haven't gotten here before in a highly technological time. Right? Gold has value, but does gold have the value of lithium? Right. Bolivia, Congo, Afghanistan, those are places that are very heavy in lithium. And that's what's needed for batteries to fly drones. It's needed with batteries for electric cars. It's what's needed for batteries for space. It's what's needed for batteries for all of it. So you don't know, and this is not a where to put your money thing. This is not an investment. It's the point of we have no idea what's going to go. And I think that might be part of what the shakeup that we're seeing, right? Battling juggernauts high above who actually own the planet. They own nations and continents, and they're vying for power and controls to get the monkeys down here fighting over racism, political parties, religion, masks. I mean, anything stupid that can get people fighting over. Things that we can completely solve. There was something else he said, and it slips my mind. It slips my mind. But that, easy money. Easy money. Never, ever be easy money for billionaires. Never, ever be a mark. Because that's when you say the word easy money to me, what I hear is mark. Be street smart. Don't ever be a mark for billionaires. Don't ever be a mark for political parties. Don't ever be a mark for political activists. Don't be a mark for anybody. Don't ever give them easy money. Don't let them give you a new currency and they decide how much to print, who to give it to, who gets valuated and who doesn't based on what they like or don't like from your country. If you central bank with global bankers and you live in a sovereign nation there is nothing sovereign about your nation. Right? And I know that's probably the wrong use of the word. I don't even care. I posted, I think Anthony told me, yeah, that's not how that sovereignty word's supposed to be used. That's okay. Nations think that they're sovereign. The only thing that's sovereign are human beings. That's it. Nothing else above that level matters. States are not sovereign. Nations are not sovereign, nor banks are sovereign. And any level that you give your energy to up in that level of sovereignty, historically, something more powerful is going to take that sovereignty from them. That's why we have to take it back to the base. We got to take it back to human sovereignty. That's it. You get my vote for that, you're not going to get it for nothing else. All by design. All of it, Joanna. They've said it for a long time. Y'all want to hear some more of him? He's going to talk about Venezuela, because that's what I think most people need to be prepared for. Venezuela, largest oil reserve. Yes, it is, KDA. It's not about democracy, freedom, or Operation Libertad. We're going to free the Venezuelans. They're doing the same damn thing they've always been doing. Confessions of an Economic Hitman. The Koch brothers decided that they own Venezuela and they need somebody to go get their money, to go get their oil. They have refineries that only works with Venezuelan oil. So they find the dumbest person they can find with the biggest stick, Pentagon, to go down there and send kids who signed up, who just said, hey, listen, I'm going to defend my country. I love my country. I'm going to sign up. And next thing you know, they're going to be debt collectors. And that's why we call the police debt collectors. Same thing with the Pentagon and military. My father was a debt collector. That's what they are. They go out there and collect them debts. Or they go out there and they give debt, to say it correctly, with the World Bank and the IMF. After you blow up the country and people don't have anything, it's like looting America. It's like a shutdown. You bring people to their knees, they'll go for anything. And that's what's going on. All right. I make noises, y'all. That's what I do. The debate was a joke. Biden just playing the part of the Joker. Yeah, Tony. And they went after Trump. I actually felt sorry for Trump for a minute, y'all. For a minute. I felt sorry for Biden for a minute, too. That's my humanity. I did. I kind of felt like y'all were a little aggressive on Trump. He didn't have a mother and a father. He didn't have that kind of privilege. He didn't come up in a good family. I think his father affiliated with the Ku Klux Klan or something. I felt sorry for him. They were going after him. They were gunning for him. And I lost my damn mind, Tony, when Biden started talking about race and racism. I was just like, brother, you wrote the crime bill. Nobody who actually reads law and has any critical thought, brains in the mind, neurons and dendrite connections working together, gonna let you sit there and talk about racism. But you did with the crime bill, with the Black Caucus and Clinton. And the Republicans didn't stop him. It's not a help for the Republicans. But I felt sorry for him too. Biden going through stuff. He going through stuff. And I think y'all should still be ashamed of yourself. Putting him on that damn stage. I didn't think he was going to do it. I was hoping that he got a leg injury or something. Took him out the game. It's like, Coach, I can't go in the game, Coach. But this is the world we live in. They hate that man so much that, yeah, they will abuse Biden by putting him in front of all of this. And it's too late, y'all. We need to focus on important things. You already know who won. Everybody knows who won. Everyone who knows who won on the stage and what's behind the stage. We already know who won. We can talk about big things. We can talk about real things. We can talk about food. We can talk about freedom. We can talk about give the land back to the people. We can talk about sovereignty.
There, to unpack.
Let's not talk about blowing up Venezuela and stealing more of their resources. Let's not talk about Biden's son and what he did in Russia. How is that significant to the people starving in Texas? Got people in food lines miles long. How is that important? Got people in the UK did y'all see grandma? In the UK, somebody knocked grandmama over. I don't even know if I want to show it. I don't like watching these videos because it pisses me off. I know me, and I'm not as wise as I pretend to be. I do that here because it's public facing. It's a lot of people here. I won't say nothing stupid, but I'm human like everybody else. And I told y'all that before. Ain't nobody abusing grandma around me. Ain't nobody abusing my grandma. Ain't nobody abusing your grandma. Ain't nobody abusing no woman around me. And ain't nobody abusing no children around me. Men, it all depends. It's the formula. It's the formula. How big are you versus how big is that man? Are you a boxer? Are you trained? There's a formula for men. A lot of men did that too, but you know, it's a formula. Yeah, men are different. Yeah, we like to beat each other up. We did this as kids growing up. It's you know, it's not the same thing. But all right, no, I'm not abusing around me neither. I'm not that type of person. Total wave coming. Brace yourself. Yes, it is, Rod J. And hopefully it's not a wave of 5, 6, 7G. Hopefully it is a wave of freedom and consciousness. Water illness. Ooh, could be waterborne illness. Maybe that's what that tower does to the water. I don't know. Dave Chappelle. Let's Get Real was hilarious. Indeed. Oh, better be prepared. Let's Get Real. Is that a new one, Christine? Did he do a new one, or is that the same old one? Or is that the one that he didn't explain to LGBT and Q that he wasn't the one? Which one is that? I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that one a lot. Because I think we had a lot of young people from LGBT and Q that don't understand that when you're made fun of, it means that you're a part of us. And a lot of young people didn't understand that. Dave Chappelle was gone when cancel culture really got up and got to running. If people make fun of you, they see you. They see you. People make fun of you, they hear you. That means they see you and they hear you and they're listening to you. And they give a damn enough to recognize. When people don't talk to you, when people don't mention you, when people don't even acknowledge you're in the room, that's when you know you're in harm's way. Those are the people that you need to be worried about. You don't need to be worried about no Dave Chappelle, no damn comedians. Y'all stop breaking these comedians. We need comedians to how did Dave put it? Let air out the bubble. Gotta let air out the bubble. The bubble's gonna pop, and when the bubble pops, you're gonna be recycling urine and using human poop as nitrate on your garden. You're gonna be trying to grow food and starving in the road, and people eating people's other feet with basil and chamomile, rat, you know. You don't want this bubble to pop. So, and he was right about that. But is that a new show, or is that the old one? I haven't seen a new one. Let me see. Time to stand up for grandmama. Yes, Jeannie, and I disagree with you too at the same time, because no, we never should have got down for grandmama. That's your grandma. You stand up with it. Nobody should have laid down and actually believed this, Jeannie. Like, oh, what the hell is Jeannie, grandmama? Like, you the United States Incorporated. You the #1 reason grandmama died on this planet. Are you kidding me? Y'all gonna say we on the same ground? You supposed to do the opposite of people who poison grandmama and turning off her immune system, say to do to you. Whew, all right. We should have never. It's a damn shame if we got to stand up for grandmama. It means we sold out a long time ago. All right, withdraw from the system. We make it, we can break it. Yep, Joanna, and you don't even. And that's the point. All you got to do is back out of it. It's a system. It collapses if you don't believe in it, and that's the end of it. If you really hate a system, treat it like it's not there. Oh, and it fits with the whole Dave Chappelle LGBTQ thing, right? And 80s comedy and what we're talking about. If you really don't like the system, then you don't fight the system. If you don't like the system, you want the system gone, all you got to do is stop believing in it, and it goes away. That's what people do when they're done. Right? When people are still fighting, they ain't done. Oh Lord, that's made me think of Melissa Oso and her husband. I just saw something different in that video, her and her husband fighting. They weren't really fighting. I didn't see a fight. As long as people got fight in them, they still love each other. When people stop fighting, that's when you know you're done. And all you got to do is ask anybody who's ever been through a divorce, ask anybody who's ever been through a bad relationship or something, you know when it's over. When they ready to fight you, when she come home and you ain't cooked the chicken and you ain't cleaned the kitchen and you ain't cleaned the bathroom, you ain't done nothing she ain't told you to do, and you turn around and say shoe flying at you, it's a boot, and you got to do the Matrix thing, and the boot goes flying by. That's how you know she loves you. She loves you because she's willing to hit you with a shoe or a dress or pots and pans and stuff. That's what people do who's still thinking about each other. So people, when they stop fighting, that's it. That's it. When they don't, that Tyrone is in the house. Tyrone's Venus is in Uranus. At that point in time, Uranus. Tyrone is in the house. His Venus is in the house. Uranus, that psychology, that stuff, astrology stuff. That's how you know. You know. We need more jokes. We need more laughter. We need to get rid of this political correctness. We need to go back to being family and people who laugh together or people who fight together. The people who walk away together, the people who eat together, the people who will fellowship together. We need to go be those people again. What happened to YouTube? Somebody steal your cat or something? Why y'all get all quiet? I see one comment at the bottom. Did you know my new friend had a ear eating? No, Citizen Bev, I did not know that your new friend had an ear eating. That's not even sure I want to know. Some things you don't really just want to know. I don't even know what that is. I know that we don't want the road-like conditions to be eating people's ears later down the road. I mean, I probably could do that, like that movie Alive when the airplane crashed and the soccer team ate each other's buttholes. I could probably do that, but do you want to do that? Those are the real questions. That was the first cut of meat. Y'all remember the Alive? It was about a real story, true story. Airplane crash, soccer team, and the first thing they decided to cut up was somebody's butt cheek, because I guess that's the best meat. I can promise you this, that's not going to be the first cut of meat. We ever get down to some cannibalism type time, it's not going to be the butt. It might be something. I might try a finger or toe or something with some basil, but I'm not going to start right there. That is not going to be the first cut of meat. Right. Let's finish with Venezuela.
But certainly
New America.
My comments in terms of what's going on with Tesla and other crazy stocks moving in absurd directions, parabolic really.
Right, now when you look at the Venezuelan stock market or Zimbabwe or Iran, you know, you have these incredible moves on the upside. And these are economies that are experiencing hyperinflation, and there's a huge wealth disparity. Obviously, the vast majority of Venezuelans are not buying stocks because they're grappling with hyperinflation. Same thing with Zimbabwe and Iran. In America, it seems like that's the deal happening here, right? Because 90% of the stocks are owned by 10% of the population. And they are the first to get the money as it rolls off the printing press with the Cantillon effect. And they go into the stock market because they want to avoid fiat money. They want to avoid the US dollar. And is it too much of a stretch to compare Venezuela and America right now in terms of what's happening on the stock market versus the underlying currency, not the Venezuelan bolivar, but the US dollar? Is the US dollar, and you've lived in South America, is the US dollar on the verge of do you see it exhibiting the kind of characteristics one sees before a hyperinflationary collapse and the confidence evaporates in the currency, Tavi?
Look, I actually have a very different view than a lot of people in terms of the dollar. I think we're in the race to the bottom of all fiat currencies, really. But perhaps the dollar looks fundamentally stronger than other places, in my view. And that's just because the way the world functions in terms of it's all around the dollar. I think for that to change will take, perhaps a lot more time than a lot of people think. What you referred to in terms of the ownership of assets relative to the population in Venezuela certainly is the case in the U.S. Matter of fact, if you look at the Fed's balance sheet and you just chart that along with a chart looking at the bottom 50% of the U.S. Relative to the overall pie, you can see that those two are inverse correlated, which means the more the Federal Reserve prints, the less money those are going to, or the less they're going to participate of the overall market in terms of being part of the overall pie. So I think this is all linked to the monetary policies we've seen, but the Federal Reserve doesn't have an option here. It really is painted into a corner. It has two options. It can keep buying assets and suppressing interest rates given the levels of debt that we have in the system, and just have gold, silver, miners, Bitcoin, and some other assets there serve as an alternative for the monetary system to surge, as we've seen so far. or you can stop doing it all and the system is going to collapse. Why? Because certainly corporate bond yields don't deserve to be where they are today, and they're only there because of manipulation by central banks. I just showed a chart of corporate bond yields below inflation rates today. Who in the right minds would ever buy a corporate bond from an extremely indebted company yielding less than inflation, when you can buy precious metals or even a miner with a much better free cash flow yield than you can ever find anywhere in the markets, growing fundamentally as well. So it's setting up perfectly for this industry, but also going back to your question, I don't know if the U.S. is headed towards a Venezuela style of issues that we had there. But I think it's very possible, and it's not my base case scenario. Where I think it's going to happen is just precious metals have lost their space in terms of asset allocation among large allocators, and I think that's about to change. And so, the whole risk parity idea, those large funds that have been doing that for so long, I think that's about to change, and precious metals will start to become more of participate more in terms of that. And the other thing to point out is that when you don't have any organic economic growth, which is the case in the U.S., and there's no company fundamentally growing, aside from a very few exceptions, most investors are going to start looking for where is growth happening in this market, and certainly is in the mining space. So I think there's, again, a lot of unpacking in this answer as well. I don't see necessarily the same sign, probably the same resolution of these issues in the U.S. for a place like Venezuela. The political environment is very different. Where even though it's a terrible political environment we're going through in the U.S., certainly you can't rank in the same level of places like Brazil and even Venezuela or even China. So I think there's a difference, even though I think we're in a race to the bottom with all fiat currencies. So the real question is, which ones are going to be the worst? So gold is probably the best asset to own in an environment like that. And gold ends up leading to a lot of other assets to grow, Bitcoin or silver or miners and so forth. So I think there's it's a big giant market that moves all the other things and as a domino effect. And so I think there's a lot of opportunities. It doesn't mean we're extremely bearish in the economy, global economy in general, that there's not a lot of opportunities. Matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. I think there's a lot of good things that could come out from all this in terms of investments and alternatives of making money and capitalizing from this environment.
Right. Okay. Look, Jesse Felder on Twitter. I follow. Numbers. Egg prices up 16.5%. Cheese prices up 7.3%. Lunch meat up 8.1%. Diaper prices up 8.8%. Laundry detergent prices up 9.2%. That is real inflation. I mean, is that going to cause unrest as we've seen in South America?
Yes, I think in relative terms, no. But however, what we're seeing certainly is very similar to what we saw even in Brazil. But obviously, again, in relative terms, what's happening in Venezuela is hard to compare with. But it certainly is significant what's happening in terms of the social unrest and the political environment that we're seeing in the U.S. I think what you referred to in terms of the CPI and some of the numbers, they're probably manipulated, as we all know, to the downside and understated in terms of what's the real inflation in this environment. I think there's also another thing that is even more important. There's a major reason why we haven't seen real inflationary forces, in my view, in the U.S. And when I'm not talking about the rise in real estate market, the rise in rental properties in general, medical costs, that is all a given. Everyone knows that those are extremely high right now in terms of prices and costs for those. But I'm talking about just any goods and services that actually being impacted by a lot of the technological advances that have been forcing, if so, a deflationary environment in some of the places. I'll give an example. Back in the days, we used to take a cab for a lot more money than we do today with Uber. That's just one example of many. I think what really allowed a lot of those companies to survive in this environment and provide goods and services at those extremely cheap levels truly has been certainly the yield environment, right? The record low yields that we've seen in the world. But the second major reason is commodities. Commodities markets have done nothing but gone flat and down for the last decade or so. And so I think that has an impact on the prices of goods and services, and I highly doubt that commodities, hard assets in general, will have such a terrible decade as we had in this last 10 years. In the next 10 years, I think it's going to look very different. And with that, I think that the change in CPI, for instance, would be tremendous. I suggest anybody to take the CPI number from the Federal Reserve website and take that number and make an average, just a normal historical average of 5 years, rolling average, and then in the same chart put on commodities, the commodities index in that chart, and you can see they follow each other very closely. In other words, if we have a pickup in commodities, if we have some issues in regards to fiat currencies globally, in which people and investors will be looking for forms to protect their investments by looking for hard assets, I think that's going to create an environment where commodities will be trading at much higher levels. And also, I think precious metals are the ones to lead that pack. At least that's what tends to happen historically. And then you'll have those disruptions, because as we're seeing social unrest in not just in the U.S. but other places in the world, I think the geopolitical environment is going to get heated up as well, especially between China and the U.S.
Right. Hey, great cutoff point. We're going to keep you for a second segment and pick up on that point, U.S.-China relations, in a second segment. But thanks for being on the first segment, Tavi.
Thank you.
All right. And I always kind of kirk out, or I zone out when they start talking about nations, because nations don't have any power. That's the only time I watch the news. I try to do it from a real world perspective. I don't get down with the whole nations. Yeah. Rothschilds and Rockefellers don't have any interest in any of that. All right. What we got? Boom, boom, boom. Did you know my friend had a bear? Yeah, okay, there you go. Listen to that. Bear eating granola bars on his screen porch last night. And so now it is semi-screen porch. Okay, Citizen Deb. You're going on that list of people Gerard will never come and visit. You on that list. It's like a no-fly list. You, Rebecca Costello, and a few other people. Because you got bears. I got it, United States Incorporated. I got a police state, medical police state. They're trying to inject me. I don't need bears. I don't need that problem too. You move places, you're supposed to go to places with more freedom. And Rebecca Costello, because she got crocodiles and sharks. And Deanna Liu, she got Bigfoot up there. Durrell, his name is Durrell. And so how do we jump from financial markets to Bigfoot? It's so much fun nowadays. Everything is real. Woo. All right, invest in classical art memes. Yeah, Beaufont, you're just saying that because that's your industry. The same way Max Keiser talks about capitalism like it's a good thing because he's invested in it. Same way the other guy like is Peter Schiff, but he wants you to do it because he got money. And everybody rules the world. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody puts things in their own flavor, and everybody wants to gain and profit where they are. And it's okay. I don't have any issue with it, but I'm not going to invest in memes because I know that's just Beaufont's market. Jack Hall is in the house. What's going on? We about to get out of here, Jack. I'm going to do some comments, and we'll see if anything else comes up. There's somebody accused. Let's talk about aliens. No, we need to talk about abundance. We need to talk about abundance. We don't need any more rabbits dictating who gets the carrots. There's enough carrots on the planet for everybody. Y'all get that analogy? We have enough to go around. It's been a good 20 years that we realized that we could feed, clothe, house, take care of everybody. Now we're 3D printing things. Why the hell are we still in conflict with people? G might need some reading glasses. I do. No, Citizen Dead. Don't you put that on me. No, it's too late. It's too late. I need them now. I have reading glasses. I have reading glasses, got driving glasses, got walking around the planet glasses. And I'll never wear them. I ain't wear no damn glasses. I did that when I was a kid. I jacked my eyes up, Citizen Deb, on this nonsense. Glasses made you look smart. Glasses got you better grades, Citizen Deb. So me being a little criminal, I was a survivalist by the age of 7. Yeah, I need some glasses, mama, because I knew the kids with the glasses got better grades, and it worked too. My grades went up. The teachers, something about teachers are just people. They're just people, and you got glasses, but I don't know if that works on them now. But back then, oh please, I destroyed my eyes for some grades. I did great till probably about middle school. Then I had to start doing real work. I was behind, so I caught up. So yeah, no, I don't do glasses no more. I'm fixing my eyes, Citizen Deb. The less you use them, your eyes are like a muscle, your brain is like a muscle, your muscles are like muscle, your immune system's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it'll be. So I use my eyes. They're getting better. I don't think they'll ever be back to before I was tricking teachers into giving me better grades. Oh, you're so smart. I read a lot. Ruined my eyes. But the glasses ruined my eyes. I'll never be back to original 2020 power. But, ooh. It is 2020. Ooh! You know where you just took me, Citizen Dab? Vision. Apocalypse. Revealing 2020 vision. Oh my gosh. Oh, we need to do something with that. Beaufont, that's a meme right there. Is it just me? Beaufont? That's a meme. 2020, we got vision now. We can see. I can see clearly now the corporation is not gone. People can see clearly now that they don't actually have a nation. They can see clearly now that fighting racism creates more racism. They can see clearly now that you have a police state, medical police state, that all the political parties all work together, and everybody's nation all works for the same criminals who just shut them all down at the hint of one cuckoo. Are y'all seeing that 2020 vision? I'm not seeing nothing, so I guess it's just me. It's just me. I guess it's just me. Man, my friend is in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm about to get the hell out of here, Citizen Deb. I don't know what the hell is going on. All I know is the governor. It took me a minute to get that out. I don't like no colonizers. The colonizer, well, he's a Democrat, and it doesn't really matter. The bottom line, because the Republicans do it too. He just took a whole lot of money from big pharma. So he's going to be injecting people up here real soon. I'm not getting into the Tuskegee experiment again. We not doing that again. No, you tricked them. You ain't going to trick this monkey. You got them? Not going to get me. Nope, get the hell out of here. South Dakota, Florida, somebody. But they said Florida's a trap. Florida trap. They said they opened up just to release something else to shut it down. They said, no, Florida's a trap. They said that man is a criminal. So we'll see what happens in Florida. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm going to go somewhere. Potatoes in North Dakota. There's the potatoes up there. They got Bigfoot up there, DM. Potatoes in North Dakota with Bigfoot, or just potatoes? And do they grow in the ground without shell? Or am I out there digging up potatoes, digging up more rocks than potatoes again? That was no fun. I still got to dig up my potatoes, y'all. I'm not going out there. No, I've not done it. Them potatoes might go to the groundhog or somebody, because there's too many rocks between them damn potatoes. I have no idea why y'all told me to do that. No, I'm not on the hippie side on this one. Yeah, potatoes easy to grow. Shut up. Unless it's in a bucket of raised bed, some straw bale, or straw wood chips or something. Do not put no potatoes in dirt. That's slavery. That's slave lying to you. Growing food is easy. They lying like hell. I done it, just throwing dirt. I still got dirt in my eyes from picking damn potatoes 2 weeks ago. I was picking that, and then you digging all that dirt and you get a little potato look like a grape. I felt like I was being punked somewhere. I was looking for a camera. Nah, I'm good on potatoes. Yeah. We're gonna let the groundhogs eat them this year. I got a basket of them, but I planted a whole bunch of them. I just didn't have too much success. Got a lot of shale in the ground. So next year I'm gonna do them above ground. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not hitting on you, Deanna. I really don't want to talk about potatoes at this point in time in my life and my experience as a human, as a wave creature energy thing in a monkey suit that's got monkeyed into growing some damn potatoes. All right. I pushed this quote since 2020. Oh, did you, Joanna? So you already knew 2020 was the vision. We can see. Ooh, but we got people that ain't wearing their glasses though. We got people who ain't seeing. They don't see nothing. They still cuckoo virus. Cuckoo virus. Say grandmama. Say grandma. They're still going along with it because the criminals that took the money from Big Pharma and want to inject them too, and they think they're gonna get out the injection. Like, that's not how that works. If you walk around here with the face diaper on and you're cheering the pharmaceutical industry and you're gaining them more power, and these criminals behind your back writing laws, taking your social credit score and digital dollar, taking your freedoms and rights, police state, arming and gunning them, and you like, oh yeah, we're saving grandma, but we're fighting Donald Trump. Like, that's not how that works. The same industries bought both sides. You're gonna have a bad day coming when you think, okay, we're done. I'm gonna take the diaper off now. We're gonna be free, right? You do not walk up every single flight of steps and at the last step stop. You either in bed with the criminals or you're not. I believe in let adults choose. That's it. Let adults, don't abuse people and think that that makes you smart. Science doesn't make you smart. It makes you like the people that put people on a boat from Africa and brought them over here. That does not make you smart. It means you know how to listen. Okay, dogs know how to listen. They go get the ball. They go get it. No, it's time to evolve. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I did it too. I fetched. I rolled over. I let them scrub my belly. I did that too. Until I realized that everything is a scam. Everything is contrived. They write all the narratives. They control all the sides. If you're a mouse in a maze, don't ever go find the cheese because they know where you're going. Don't get the cheese. Don't get the cheese. You ever a mouse in a maze, you need to chew your way out. Learn how to jump, fly, do something. Gnaw through the bottom of the plastic of the maze and get the hell out. But do not follow that cheese. Because when you get the cheese, you know it's not, I got the cheese, I wear my diaper. I'm free. New normal. You know, socialism. That's not what's going to happen. It's going to be criminalism. All they're going to take you, as soon as you look, you got the cheese. Here you go, and put you right back in that damn cage. No. Eyes wide open. Yes, Kelly, 2020. Ooh. The Great Awakening 2020 vision. Yes, Angela, I think it is. I think we're coming into great days, but before the light come the darkness. You need to save your seed. You need to go to that grocery store. Get you some food, start drying it. Get that food dehydrated down at the thrift shop. Get that sucker going. Bad times ahead. Look out for your neighbors too. I know your neighbors gaslit, they turn you in. They saw you out there playing soccer with your kids without your face diaper on. They ain't told the contact tracers to come get you. But doesn't matter. We all in this together. You got to look out for each other. Everybody was blinded at one point in time. Everybody was. We gotta look out for everybody. That's the only way we get out of this, people. 7 billion people. 7 billion cousins. Look out for your cousins. You can get in arguments with people when you have Thanksgiving dinner with them. Then you can get arguments over face diapers, cuckoo viruses, political parties, Donald Trump, and racisms and nationisms. You're all family. We either gonna act like a family, we're all gonna be free, we're gonna keep treating each other like we're criminals, and we're all gonna die. All hashtag, all gonna die. Gerard is in bear denial. He thinks there's no bears in PA. Yeah, there are. There are actually bears here. I know. Lots of laughter. Better check again. Oh, I know there are bears here. There are bears. They just is one. My area is one. And he walks down Schuylkill River. He come down here because he gets lost. He's like Americans. He gets lost. And he walks down here from New York. I know I used to live in his path, and I've moved. I live now at least 20 miles from where that one little black bear come walking down, lost, down to Schuylkill. There's bears here, but not where I live. There's not bears here. It's just a bunch of crazy people. And they're more dangerous than bears. I like popcorn. Bought some kernels from a nearby farm this week. That's good, Sandra. Support local, buy local, make something, sell local. Everybody go local, 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 local. Do not stop at the nationalism level. Rothschilds and Rockefellers control that with the Carnegies and Mellons and the rest of them. Get down to the local level. Nobody at the local level makes enough money. They don't want to control that. If people would buy local and sell local, you wouldn't have Rothschilds and Rockefellers. You wouldn't have Elon Musk. You wouldn't have Jeff Bezos. You wouldn't have these criminal families that own every damn thing. You wouldn't have Clintons and the rest of them. Buy local, sell local, and don't sell nothing to nobody over 50 miles away. Then nobody has any significant power to buy governments and politicians and take your rights away and put you back on the plantation. Nobody has any power at that point. Our problem is us. We don't know how power works. We don't know how these systems work. The system is designed to create cronyism, because that's how the cronies stay on top. That's how your children become slaves to their children. And that's all they want. That's all everybody wants. They want to give their children better than what they had. And every single Rockefeller's doing that right now, as they should, as you are. I want better for my children. Well, okay, well, if you own a nation, then you want your kids to own too. You own one house, you want your child to own too. You want them to have a vacation house and a living house. And you would cheer about it and post it on Instagram when she get that job at Goldman and Sachs. All right. The only difference between that type of criminal mindedness is one person was successful at it and one was not. But the world, there ain't nothing wrong with the world right now. The world is how it's supposed to be. The world is not broken. This was designed, and it was designed to make everybody a sellout. A few of the sellouts do very well, and they became the 2%. A few sellouts did even better, they became the 1%. And a few sellouts did even better, became 0.001%. But 99% sellouts. The only people I'm leaving room for is probably the shamans. If you're willing to go live out in the jungle, eat some rice, grow some potatoes and rocks, chew on leaves and barks, meditate in a cave for multiple days and months at a time, drinking rice and 8 leaves, Tibetan monks. Yeah, you're not a part of the system. You off-grid everything. You right. You not selling nobody. Everybody else is selling out. The system is designed to be that way. We all get out together or we all stay in it. Whew. All right, I'm going to say it again here on Facebook. The bear eating granola. But why are you going to keep saying that, Deborah? You ain't got to see. We didn't see it the first 3 times. You ain't got to say it again. And Gerard are all in Pennsylvania. Well, but I'm not over there, Deborah. I ain't over there. Ain't no bears nowhere around me. I don't have no problems over here. The only thing I have to worry about is them Democrats down the street and the Republicans up the other side of the street. I ain't got to worry about that. And I grow food for them. I love them. I'm going to try to take care of them. One day they're going to wake up like, what? You mean to tell me I'm involved with a criminal organization, a cult that ain't no different than a street gang? And then they're going to change their evil ways. There ain't no difference between Democrats and Republicans and the street gang. Same damn thing. Same thing. Somebody tell me the difference. No. Any Democrats, Republicans here? Or even Green Party. I used to be Green Party. I was in the Green Party. We had the green bandanas. We did a little green eye under there. And you steal somebody's job. And their resources get more in your bank account than the poor people. There's no difference. It's gang violence. Gang violence. Different. No difference. Well, no, it's a little difference. The people and the Bloods and the Crips, the kids, they're bold enough to use the guns themselves. Political parties don't. Political parties, they sit at home and they think that they are righteous. They think that they are right. They control other people with military and police. Police with guns that murder people and can put them in prison. Who are doing the job, which is why the problem is system, not the police. And if you've got resources in another country and they want automated driving cars and electric cars, they're gonna kill everybody in that nation if they have to get that lithium for the batteries for the cars. Only difference between the Bloods and Crips is they do the wet work themselves. Political parties get young people to do them who sign up just to be in their military or to keep neighborhoods safe as police. Every problem is us, y'all. Every problem is right back in our mirror. I saw a bear while traveling through PA. Yes, Sandra, they are here. Just keep driving. We got them gators. Yes, you do, Shatita Young. Shatita Young is on the list of people Gerard will never visit. I was down in Florida. You're in Florida, Shatita? I was down in Florida. Y'all know y'all got a road down there called Alligator Alley. Why in the hell would anybody live in a state that got a road called Alligator Alley, number one? And number two, who in the hell in their right mind would live on a road called Alligator Alley? You know, roads are named after what had happened on that road. It used to be an alley for alligators. Hell no. No good things happen in the alley in the ghetto. And damn sure not in no damn Florida. Live in Alligator Alley. And they take pictures of these big old gators. Y'all seen them big gators they got in This probably Shatita backyard. It was the gators. They go out there on the golf course. You ever go golfing and see a gator? On the golf court. Hold on, wait. Go ahead, on the golf court. This would be the right one. I think it was. I mean, it was a big sucker too. You out there, you know, got that little silly cap on, just drink some Mai Tais, driving your golf court, trying to chill, hang out, drive around. Yeah, I'm golfing with my friends, having a great day. And all of a sudden, you turn around, because the golf course, they got ponds. I know, because when I was a kid, I used to go out there and swim in them ponds in Maryland. Ain't no gators there. We had frogs and snapping turtles. We used to go out there. My brother used me for slavery. We used to go out there and find golf balls, and he make me go sell them because he was a little too old to sell them to the rich people. Big gator on a golf course. Golf course. If I can spell right. I can't spell. My kids spell better than I do, which is okay. I don't care nothing about them. I decided to make them upgrades of me. Look at this right here. Look at this. This is right. This is. You think about escaping the billionaires and Rockefellers and Rothschild. Look at this right here in Florida. Here you go. Right here. Look at this. Boom. This somebody right. This right here in Shatita backyard. Look at that right there. Right there. Look, a big old massive dinosaur. And people just take pictures of them. This is why I might not ever go to Florida again. Look at this. Like, look at these crazy people. They're not even, look, just looking at it. Look at this. Are y'all seeing this? This is evidence that the education system does not work. Do you know that that is a dinosaur? And they just looking at it like, oh, look at the gator. He's so pretty. He'll make some gator chips. No, crazy people live in Florida. Hell no. I might have to go north. This is sick. No, man. You see the size? Look at the size of this thing. Oh, is that fake? That's a fake picture. It says right on fake. Is that a real fake? Or real or fake? Oh, I don't know. No, not no. Look at this. This damn thing. What is in his mouth? Look at this. Y'all seeing this? This is why y'all should never come to America. Americans crazy as hell. They live, and people live with their backyard. And you know how expensive it is to buy a house with the backyard as a golf course? Remember I told y'all a long time ago, America is going crazy. We're going to take y'all with us. Look at this. I don't even know what that is. A carp? That's a big old crappie or something. No. This is not where you want to be. This is not the look. This is not the look. Look at this dude right here. Look at this. He in the golf court, the cart gonna save him. You know that the lions don't care about that in the Serengeti. Y'all ever see that picture of that tiger? It was two of them. One, the guy was on the elephant, and he thought he was safe from the tiger. And the tiger's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you safe. You lunch, that's what you are. You're safe in a golf cart. Man, hey, you know alligators can run 60 miles an hour? People think they're safe. You're not safe. You're not safe. You are not safe. This is America. You are not safe. Look at this thing. Is that an alligator gar in his mouth? And a golf cart right behind it. No. Somebody right here putt-putting with a gator. Yeah, people crazy. People crazy. You know, that's why you better be careful who you have children with. People crazy. They crazy as hell. Look at this. No, and hell no. Nope. See, look at this right. See, that's a real picture. Here goes second picture of it right here. Look at this right here. Look at this. Oh, you can't see the whole thing? Let me make a bigger picture for you. The whole thing. Dude, just stopping to take a picture. Do you know the distance that alligators can cover in a short period of time? Do you? Okay. Neither do I. That's not the point. They can go fast. I know that. I know that they can get from where this dummy is right here, and they can get you very quickly. They can probably get you fast as the Rothschilds and Rockefellers. Can get you with the digital dollar. They get you. Oh no, he think he's safe. Oh wait, you can't see the picture. Hold on. There you go. He think he's safe. He take. I got your picture. I'm gonna post it on Instagram. No, you're not. And you're gonna be an Insta snack. That gator can turn around. Can't they run like 30 or 40 miles an hour? Don't act like you don't know. I got crazy people who live in Florida. So tell me, they're like 30, 40 miles an hour. Do he look like he can run 30, 40? Don't make me zoom in on him. You can see a roll or two. This is like how you judge guys in the bar. You can see a little bit of a roll over there and over there. He got skinny legs and he look like he do some running, but probably not no damn alligator. It's only for spurts. It's only for spurts. It's like a man that you've been teasing. They got that stamina for a minute, but you shoot. At 3 minutes, Gator can eat a lot of human in 3 minutes. That's all he needs. Just do that fast run. Gators can run. Yes, they can. It's a plague, Gators in Florida. That's okay, Christine. I ain't got to worry about that. I'm above the frost line. I ain't got to worry about that at all. I ain't worried about no damn Gators. I live in places, problems I deal with, I can see. I can see the Democrats, I can see the Republicans, I can see the Green Party, I can see politics. I see all my sociopaths right in front of me. Gators, no, you might just be going home one night. Got that swimming pool out there and that thing out there waiting on you? No. And my crazy grandfather is dead. He gone, dead. Wave energy now. He used to take us out there fishing in Arkansas. Said, yeah, you got to be careful. Every now and then might be a gator out here. So, Grandpapa, I don't like you in this moment. I appreciate you taking me fishing. The name told me it's alligators out here, man. I don't even know what you thinking, man. What you thinking? And I know he watching this right now. Wave energy floating around somewhere around here. What was you thinking? Had us way out there in the damn bayou in Arkansas, and he leave too. This is why men should not go fishing with children. Women, I know I told you to let men be parents, and yeah, you should, unless they like to fish. Don't ever let kids go fishing because we get excited. We see a new fishing spot, a new hole or something. Got to go pepper the side of a branch with something. That kid is over there playing on the rocks. There's a gator stalking him. Don't ever. Grandpa used to just walk away, leave us in the swamp. One time I think he drove away. Come to think of it, I have to text one of my brothers and ask him. They don't hit me with this Black Lives Matter nonsense. No, I think he got in the truck one day. It's like, all right, y'all stay here. I'm gonna go find another spot. And my grandfather's case. Yeah, and he got in that truck. Went to a different fishing spot. Came back a few hours later. It might came back and you see some kids and the little what's that little thing we used to Velcro? You put shoes on. See some kids over there. You see a Chuck Taylor over there, a little ripped up, something like that. Oh, we live in good times. Good times, people, good times. All right, we got them gators. I know you do, Shatita. Yes, you do. Yes, yeah, you can keep every last one of them. Hey, all right, Bear ain't lost. He thinks we lost, though. Oh, the Bears know we lost, Deborah. The Bears know we lost. And all of nature, you know what? If you ask me, I think nature can talk. Nature just don't want to talk to us. I think that nature can talk because I think nature too smart. Nature been here a whole damn long time. I think these creatures can talk. They just don't want to talk to us. Gators run 11 miles per hour. Okay, the average American, how fast they run? Somebody look that up. How fast is the average person that gets breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts and lunch in the mall and swim 20? Oh my God, 20 miles an hour? How is that even possible? Why does that make no? I think them statistics is wrong. That's too fast. No, they got to slow that down. 20? People can't even run 20. Alligators swim that fast? Damn. All right, I gotta get out. Oh, did y'all see that movie with the gators eating everybody but the black people? Did y'all see that racist movie? Did y'all finally see it? I forgot the name of it. Called Crawl. Did you see Crawl? Yeah, it is. Y'all love it. Black Lives Matter. That's what y'all should be doing instead of burning down the neighborhood, scaring white people to join the Ku Klux Klan and Prayer Boys. Is y'all should watch Crawl, and you'll get it off. Oh man, I tell you what, the gators ate the police. The gator ate about 4 or 5 police. Ate 4 or 5 of them, and it ate half of her father. But the gators did not like no white people in that movie. That was a racist movie. Whoever produced that, they probably with an afro pick like this in the afro. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done. That's it. No, I'm not. One more. On Sunday afternoon, I used to watch sci-fi. You need to see white people getting eaten by dinosaurs and crocodiles and snakes and all the things they like to play with sometimes. Except for Shatita, because Shatita, she out there playing with gators in Florida. She got brown skin. Is the afternoon sci-fi matinee. Sci-fi does not like adventurous white folk. It doesn't. I used to watch with my sons, and it was never black people on there tickling dinosaurs' tummies and going to the land of the lost and going out for a stroll, singing in the rain and the Sharknado. They kill white people like anything. I think y'all should rise up. I do. I think y'all should rise up against the Sci-Fi Channel because the Sci-Fi Channel does not respect your sovereignty, your ability they play these games and make you think you stupid out there. I think that y'all should rise up against the Sci-Fi Channel. Everybody should just rise up. Rise up and fight your oppressors. As long as it's warm. Yeah, no clip. No, as long as it's warm and ain't got no poisonous snakes. Although I was stupid, no clip. I was down there in Central America, running around out there. What was that? I was at with my friend to what site did we go to? I forgot the name. Cacao. Yeah, Cacao. We went down there, and I was running around in that damn jungle with flip flops on. I was running around there, and they told me it was poisonous snakes down there. I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? The education system does not work. They didn't say nothing about poisonous snakes in Central America. Anyway, 4 or 5-star states now require full sets of fingerprints for driver permits. Is that right, Kay? Ooh, let me see the rest of that. Parents don't know. How come I can't see the rest of it? And I'm gonna get out. Parents don't know. All right, 4 or 5 states now require full sets of fingerprints for driver's license. Parents don't know. Criminal database. Ooh, yes it is, Katie. And yep, you don't want the United States Incorporated to have your DNA, your fingerprints, your name, your number, where you live at, how long you're gonna be there, when you came from. You don't want them to know nothing about you. None of that is constitutional, okay? None of it. The Constitution ain't saying nothing about having no criminals in government having your information. But we don't have a government. They paused them in the Act of 1871, Washington, D.C. Act. So I like to talk about the Constitution, Bill of Rights, but we ain't got no rights, okay? Because people keep consenting and voting for this stuff. I'm gonna guess 25 miles per hour in a short burst. Yeah, that Matthew, which is why you see a gator, just go and lay down. That's it. All right, that's all. Because you know what, Matthew? Gator coming at, like, I'm fine with the apocalypse. I don't have any issue with the apocalypse. I'm fine with an asteroid. Bring it on. You know, tsunami, let's do this. You know, volcano, let's do that. I'm good with all of that. But a crocodile, they're like bears, right? Those are the ones that they're not going to eat you because they don't like you fresh. They don't like fresh human. They don't want no fresh Matthew. They don't want no fresh Gerard. No, they don't know. They don't want it raw and delicious where your pain is going to be quick. Alligators like the bears. They like to chew on you, do that death roll, claw you up, do whatever, and stick you in a bush somewhere so you can rot for a little while. And if I'm gonna die, Matthew, like, can we make this a little quick? Can we speed this up? Like, I don't like half kill me and I'm smelling my rotten leg for 2 or 3 days before you come back and get me and I can't even crawl out the woods. I can't even crawl out the swamp. Because I'm looking at my feet and one of my foots is over there, my leg is over there, and this part is rotten and gangrene. Because we can hang on for 3 days. 3 days without water and 60 days without food. If I die, I want to be eaten quickly. I don't want to be eaten slow, running from a crocodile. You run from a crocodile, what if it just gets your ankle? Nope, run at the crocodile, jump right in his mouth. That's probably what I'd do. Faster than me, yeah. Well, you know what? 20 miles an hour, Genie. I got it beat for a few seconds anyway. All right. Stumble across an alligator nest wouldn't be fun. Other than that, only human toddlers might solicit gator interest. Yeah, ooh, Rebecca. Y'all got that place where they what's that place with that silly pedophile mouse with the baby? The baby. Wasn't it a man? It was a man with the baby, wasn't it? It was good. Good example. He done turned around, the baby was playing by the water, turned around and the baby was gone. Crocodile ate the baby. Down at that place called Disneyland, right? I would never take my children down. Hell no, they got gators down there. And if you go down there with your family and your husband, do not leave your children in his in his care. Don't do that. We get too excited. We see other things, we look at those things. And it's things down in that water, and as much as that money as that mouse has, you would think that they would make sure that they put up some can't you put fences up? Stop alligators from coming into Disneyland, a place where children go. Children. The place where, you can put the children on the leashes, have fun, run around, ride some rides, eat some candy corn and stuff. Don't you think for a minute, don't you think like they would sit in the board of Disneyland, which is actually part of the system and the deep state, and I forgot their ties with the Pentagon. But you would think they'd have a board meeting one day and somebody raise their hand and say, you know what, I got a question. It's my turn. I got a question. We are a children's fun park, aren't we? Yeah, we're a children's fun park. Like we put advertisements on television and cartoon ads and try to get children to come down here and play in Disney World. Yes, we do. That's exactly what we do. We make a lot of money doing that. You think for just half 1 second, 1 minute, that we could perhaps hire somebody to make sure ain't no gators with 4-year-olds play? I don't know. I live in a real world. I don't know. To me, that seems like that would be common sense, but what the hell do I know? Maybe it makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a gator that got the baby. I don't know. I gotta go. This is Gerard. I gotta go. I'm off today. My energy ain't right, but I'm gonna work on that. I'm just not gonna do anything stupid today. Probably won't drive too much. Ain't gonna climb on the roof. Not walking under no ladders. Probably won't even look at no PMs. Damn sure ain't clicking no links that come in email. My energy is off. Something is out there today. Your imagination is cracking me up today. Barbara, that's not my imagination. That's my fear. See, BLM got one thing right, Barbara. You ain't gonna make it too long if you are in a category, which could be brown skin, could be poor white, could be trailer park, could be Mexican, immigrant, whatever. If you fit one of them categories, you need to have a good sense of fear. You're not going to be here too long if you don't have a sense of fear. There are some real things that are happening. We can't deny those real things. However, we don't need to turn against the people that we need to be aligned with to make it go away. But there you go. It's not my imagination. I've lived through some scary times, Barbara. And I don't want the next generation to experience